So I've been reading the comment section of my newest video, and a lot of you have been theorizing on who the real Sonic Secret History Tales was mentioning.
He's gone, and you know it.
Not this sack of shit and quills! The real Sonic! The Sonic who will appreciate you for all that you are!
I have one theory, and I will shout out a few theories brought in by you guys. The original intention was to make the video theorizing on the future of the series, but you guys are really talking about this, so I want to put some spotlight onto that. So without further ado, let us begin. I know it sounds insane, but this is just my personal theory, so I'd like you guys to hear me out for a minute. So at the beginning of Something About Amy, the real Sonic is mentioned, right? Well, in the beginning of Something About Knuckles, Sonic in that series, as we're shown in part 1, is actually Knuckles pretending to be Sonic. Of course, later we see that the actual Sonic in Something About Knuckles was alive, but is now dead, so Knuckles is still kind of the main leader here. Since Tails has got Amy on his side, of course the most reasonable option would be to go for Knuckles next. Since Knuckles is literally using Sonic's mech and has the voices of Sonic in his head, his connection to Sonic is so similar that there is a high chance that Tails is just lying to buy some time. However, what contradicts this theory is that according to an interview, credit to Rogue Pixels, Mash states that they can't state whether Something About Knuckles takes place before, or after, or at the same time as Something About Amy. The main theory is that this takes place after Something About Amy. However, if this were to be before, which is unlikely since Tails would probably be dead from Knuckles, that means that he recruited Knuckles before Amy, and then that means that there's still a real Sonic to be revealed. Now let us continue forth with the theories that you guys have made. This was a theory that some of you guys came up with, and I didn't actually think of this. So I will be explaining the theory and give a contradiction too, because, well, it's a theory, and theories like mine and yours all have flaws, even the greatest ones. A couple of people theorize that the Sonic from the Sonic Rap Battle series is actually the real Sonic because he travels to other universes, and at the end of the third rap we see Sonic in some green dimension with portals similar to that of the Everywhere, and one of them actually shows Secret History Tales. Now, the problem with this theory is that the portals you see in the 3 episodes are completely different from the ones in the Everywhere. The portals are green in a Rick and Morty type style, and the reality frames have a blue aura, while the Everywhere has donut-shaped portals with yellow, and the current means of transportation is through a light beam, not a huge sucking vortex. Also, I don't believe that MASH intended to connect the 2 series together, since all 3 installments of Secret History Tales story arc are serialized, and a rap battle with mostly lighthearted jokes wouldn't make sense. The Secret History Tales frame was probably just them teasing us. Also, in an interview by Rogue Pixels, Mash states that Something About Amy and Something About Knuckles are connected, but does not mention the rap battles at all. I'll play a clip right here.
One other thing to bed really quickly.
Yeah.
For anybody who likes the Amy series, the Knuckles series is related. We can't be more clear. We thought we'd been so clear about this.
Yeah.
It is related to the Amy series. It's one of the Donuts universes you saw in Amy Part 4. So just to get that out there, that definitely is the case.
I mean, in anything that's called There's Something About Anything, if it's a Sonic character, that's within the same kind of story universe. Straight.
And with that, we move on to the final theory of this video. Out of the 3 theories, this one is the least likely, but it's fun to throw on since you don't know if it'll stick or not. One of my comments mentioned how the crystallized Sonic we saw in part 2 of Something About Knuckles could be important later on. So what if the real Sonic was hiding in the Titan? It could be like Eren Yeager, where the main character kinda turns sinister and abuses their power. Besides, all the previous Sonics we've seen interact with Tails, be it disguised or the actual Secret History version, are just normal people, and if Tails is looking for the real Sonic, then the real Sonic should be evil, right? Now, there's a lot of flaws with this theory. Firstly, if this was the real Sonic, it wouldn't make sense as to why he would be in a pocket dimension rather than the core of the Everywhere as we saw in Part 4 of Something About Amy. Also, since the Sonic we saw in the flashbacks in Part 2 of Something About Knuckles, it seems real nice. And if this was the real Sonic, then that would mean that Tails could just find some other way to kill the Titan easily. I mean, the dude is a smartass, but also once he obtained the real Sonic, wouldn't that be the end of the series? I still think we have a bit more to go before Secret History Tales' story wraps up. So that's pretty much it. I was just throwing some random theories, and who knows, one of them may be right. That's the beauty of theorizing, you never know if one could be correct until we find out. Who knows, maybe the real Sonic was just a manipulation tactic from Tails to get Amy on his side. And perhaps that Golden World is just some facade to keep Amy on his side. We're gonna have to find out eventually, but for now, thank you for watching, and I will see you on my next video. Or maybe not.